Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Aquarius, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast sees us come into terms with the fallout from the full moon, which of course occurred in the opposite sign of Leo. But I feel it may have felt like other people were sort of directing to you, sort of projecting to you even, particularly with Uranus in the mix, about how you should do things differently. But with Mercury having been in an extended journey through the sign of Capricorn, it coming out of shadow on Tuesday, combining with Pluto later in the week, suggests that either you're making in a connection in your thinking, or you will have a discussion with someone which will pour a lot of light into a delicate subject and help you to see it in a more upbeat way. Then Mercury emerges into your sign on Saturday, and I really feel that you're going to come into the moment, feel much more energized, much more positive. If you have been encountering some anxieties or tensions or fears, insecurities of late, it really wouldn't be a surprise. Also, Uranus, your modern ruler, is actually forging a really great link with Venus. Something linked to your property, where you live, can actually, even a family member, could delight you by a sudden gesture or approach, which in some ways can make you feel good about yourself. Or there could even be some kind of financial uptick. Perhaps it's going to be to do with valuation if you're looking to sell, or if you're wanting to improve it in some way. The quote you get may be surprisingly less than you may fear. So in general, this is a week that, as it goes on, from the tension that the full moon caused to when Mercury enters your sign on Saturday, I feel it will feel like redemption. You will be moving into the moment and feeling much easier with yourself. And some of that frustration or low physical or emotional or nervous energy, which may have dominated since the early part of December, can start to melt away.